A developing story tonight. The argument over fall high school sports in Illinois is headed to the courts.
Dana Rebick joining us with the latest on a pending class action suit against IHSA. Dana.
We've been hearing about this building for a few days now, and we are told that this lawsuit will be filed tomorrow morning in DuPage County Court. It states that students are suffering irreparable harm and that the IHSA disregarded an important legislative step when it delayed fall sports. They say making that decision now invalid.
Miles, come here a second.
From a practice field in Birmingham, Michigan, Miles Moo Young, a former Kenwood High School football star, told us tonight that his family recently moved him out of state so he could salvage a senior season.
I felt like it was the best decision for me and my family and my future, and I'm sad that I couldn't play the senior year with my teammates. I really hope that Governor Pritzker lets all my friends and family back home play. Many
are tired of waiting. 20 athletes and their families are part of a class action lawsuit that will be filed in DuPage County Court tomorrow. It states these students are suffering mental and financial hardships, losing out on valuable college scholarships.
Being a student athlete in the state of Illinois right now, it really does feel like the world's against us.
There's colleges, they're not going to wait. They're not going to wait to come look at us in Illinois when they have every single state in the Midwest and 40 out of the 50 states in the country. When they can go look at them, they're not going to just wait on one state.
I just don't think that this is something that we should allow right now because it's dangerous.
Governor J.B. Pritzker has long said he won't let other states influence his decision-making, that he listens to advice from medical experts. Earlier this summer, the IHSA announced it would defer decision-making on sports to the Illinois Department of Public Health and the governor's office.
The court is higher than the governor. And if the court says that, hey, this wasn't done the right way, it's time to get these kids back on the field, and I think you would see a massive exhale and cheering throughout the entire state of Illinois.
The attorney representing the family says the lawsuit is about what he calls an overreach of power.
When the IHSA mandated that football be moved from fall to spring, for example, they exceeded the scope of their authority. That was not their call to make. It is the decision and the right of all the member schools to vote on that.
1,000 member schools in the state that were not consulted. Now it's up to a judge to decide the fate of fall sports in Illinois.
A lot of us, we really depend on this season for our futures, because without it, many of us will struggle.
Right now, football is not supposed to start until February. Players fear then it will be too cold and the ground too hard to play on. Athletes, they say, could be more at risk for injuries. Now, we're told that a judge, again, the lawsuit is supposed to be filed tomorrow, that they expect a judge could hear that as soon as Wednesday.
Very good. Dana, thanks for watching it for us.
Upset parents and students rallying tonight outside District 87 headquarters in Glen Ellen, demanding a return to in-person learning. The school board says a hybrid model is possible, but the group tonight says students need to return to schools as soon as possible. However, other parents in the district say they're proud of the way that the district has handled the situation.
You do not open up the schools within the next week, possibly 2 weeks. I am asking for the following: that Dr. Larson resigns immediately and President Judith Weinstock steps down immediately.
I do think that there are a lot of people who feel that way. We're just not as vocal about it because we're in remote learning and we're happy with, the outcome so far.
The superintendent said the rising number of COVID cases in DuPage County continue to be a concern, but he is confident they can safely move to a hybrid learning model soon.